Now you need to realize they don't do any testing at Southeast. They get whatever score Northwest gets. I'm serious. That's how Southeast gets their letter grade. Whatever Northwest Elementary gets, that's what Southeast gets. So, that's how that works. The middle school then was also a C, the high school was an A, and the district was a B. Our high school students were 14th in the state in math, and they were 26th in the state in language arts. Now, I throw all that stuff out because, in my opinion, the assessment system is so messed up, it doesn't mean anything if you don't do well on the test, but you have to realize, too, it doesn't mean anything if you do well on the test either. But rest assured, the state's fixing it, okay? Keep your ears open because they're going to have it fixed by the end of next week. So we'll be in good shape at that point in time. Let's talk about the different academic programs and things like that. And I'm certainly not going to hit on all of them, but how does North Adams decide what it is they're focusing on and what is it that we maybe need to change or do? It's what do we feel, what do we hear are the needs of our community. We realize kids need to learn skills, and some kids will move on and some kids will stay in our area. But the thing about it is, what does our community need? We are committed to our community, and the first part of that, for us, the underlying foundation is reading. And we continue to emphasize that, and we created, not in competition this year with our library, but you may have seen around town some little library houses on a post, and those have books in them, and people can just come get them. Because we know that there are people who either will not go to the library, they maybe can't afford a library card, or they just don't want to be a part of that. But this way, the kids can come get a book. And the idea is take a book. After you've read it, stick it back in the little house and take a different one. And you know what's really neat about that is, the kid who says, I'm not going to take it back, I'm going to keep it. Don't tell anybody now they own a book, okay? So we have had a lot of support with that program. And we also have energized our volunteer program at our elementaries. We have multiple people who come in and read with our students and help those students, listen to our students read as opposed to just reading to them. And that is really one of our primary focuses that we are working on right now. Because at the end of the day, if you can't read, nothing else matters that we do at school. So that's one of our big focus areas. The other, another area that we are growing because of a community need, we've had a preschool program for many years. And our preschool program was limited to about 40 students, because that's the staff we had, that's the space we had. We forever had this waiting list of people who wanted their kids to be in our preschool program. So we did some working this year. We said, we're all about community needs. We need to expand that program. So we came up with how much staffing that would take, and we decided we're going to take it, we can handle 72 students. And we feel pretty, it's like, we're not going to have a waiting list this year. Well, as of today, 62 of those spots for next fall are already filled, and there's at least 15 more families that are thinking about it, so I think our waiting list is going to still be there. But again, it's a community need, and we understand that, and so we're trying to figure out how to provide those resources. The next thing we're looking at along with that is, can we set ourselves up so a child in preschool could be dropped off at 6 o'clock in the morning when mom or dad is going to work? Not sure how that's going to look, and not sure we can even pull that off. But again, it's a need we hear from the community. And so how can we help to provide that? At the middle school level, we're looking at making some changes in the schedule. Right now, it's pretty much the middle school, everybody takes every class and everybody goes through the same. But not all the students are ready for some of those things. And so we're trying to adjust it so that we can provide those services for students at that age. Of course, our early college program at the high school is still running strong and doing well. And we're excited about that program. And you've heard us talking about the dilemmas with that kind of a program, in that they change the credentialing for the teachers and what they need to have in order to teach a dual credit. All I can say is we're working on trying to resolve that. But why are we putting so much effort into that program? Because since that program started, the students who have gone through the Belmont Early College program, their families have saved $2.4 million in college tuition. Little editorial comment, I think that might be part of the reason they're changing some of the credentialing, because that's $2.4 million that didn't go to the colleges. But nevertheless, we are committed to that program. The district has put money up to help incentivize teachers to go back to school and try to use our resources. We're again waiting to see, the legislator talked about putting some money towards that. Again, we won't know till the end of next week because they never finalize anything until the last night of the session, and they tie it all to the budget, so everybody has to vote for it. So that's how it works. But again, we're not just focused on those students who are looking to go to college. We have a strong focus for those students who are very skilled with their hands and want to be a part of this community and bring their skills out. And we constantly look at how do we expand those opportunities and how do we grow those opportunities for those students so they really truly can graduate the first weekend of June and step out into the workaday world and be quality employees. Will they have all the skills you need them to have? No. But our hope is that the students you get from North Adams who've gone through those programs, we were talking about this at lunch, they will know how to work. And they will know there's expectations. And that's our desire there. As far as technology, currently North Adams is 1-to-1, third grade through seniors. And our hope is by next fall we will be 1-to-1 kindergarten through seniors. Now, we're not going to have kindergartners all carrying an iPad home every night. All right, that's not the point. It's just right now in our lower grades, a classroom has 6 of these. Okay? They get used, but you're always limited on to how you can use them. We're trying to get ourselves to a position where they can do those sorts of things. And that is our goal with technology. All right, let me move away from some of that a little bit. And some highlights from the year. The first highlight I want to talk about is standing in the back of the room. So this will be on video too, since she's videotaping this, and that's Leah Thompson. Leah joined us this coming May, it'll be 1 year. She handles our communications, she handles our marketing, and she has done an outstanding job. I think I'm pretty confident because of what I hear from people that more of what happens at North Adams is now more available to the community via the newspaper, via Facebook, via all those things. And it's to her credit that we have that. And that has been a great opportunity for us to share and talk about our school district and all the great things that are happening. And so one of the things that's still yet to come, she's been working on a new website for us this whole year. And I might add that she actually had our new website done clear back in October. But on our website is our application system. And those people have been problematic, okay? So hopefully we'll get over that hurdle and we will get that out there soon. But just to run down, and I'm going to just touch on just mentioning these. This is just a smattering of things from this past school year. Summer school. we have one of the best summer school programs in the entire area. And this year, we're going to increase it by about a third. We have programs for remediation. We have programs for NASA camp. We have programs for art. We have programs, all kinds of areas in our summer school. And we realize that for some families, that simply provides a place for their child to go for the morning, and then they don't have to worry about them. That's fine, because while we have them, we can give them educational opportunities throughout that summer. We have some robotics that we're doing with our middle school students. Ben Fawbish and Tina Flynn is heading that up. We have, of course, we had a great girls basketball program this winter. They had an outstanding season. In the middle school, in the art class, these students participate in a contest through the United States Fish and Wildlife Service. Scott Cummings is all about fish and wildlife. So obviously he's directed the students, but I will tell you, they've been doing this for 5.5 years, and right now we're one short of having 50 students place in that competition in the last 5.5 years. Many of them first place. He's actually had some move on the national level, where they're actually painting ducks and all sorts of things. It's great. We had 4 gold awards at ISMA this year in choir. Our poultry judging team was first in the state, and our second poultry judging team was second in the state. We had 4 wrestlers wrestle in the state tournament this year. Our middle school was the state runner-up in English Academic Bowl. Our rifle team was second in the state, and if you haven't heard, Isaiah Cole, one of our rifle team members right now, is in Colorado competing in the Junior Olympics in air rifle shooting. We have staff. Mike Broccoli, one of our school psychologists, was chosen as the state psychologist of the year. Many of you know Mandy Langridge. She was chosen as the person who's doing a great job for Decatur in helping Adams County Care. How do we help people who need services? Ryan Thompson is related to Leah. They're married. But he is a state presenter in special education. And last summer, Aaron Ripley through food service fed 5,000 meals during the summertime to students who didn't have any of that in their own homes. So, and the list goes on and on and on and on. But we need to realize that there are needs, there are community needs, and through all of these things we're trying to address those. And these are some of the examples of the success of staff in being able to meet those needs for this community. And very briefly here at the end, I just want to say, yeah, by the way, we have a building project going on. It's only 35-40 million, so it's really not that big of a deal. I'll just be real honest, I'll tell you, it has your superintendent exhausted. Okay? Plain and simple. But it's one of those good kinds of exhaustions, just constantly decisions and doing and all this and that. We're through all the hurdles right now. We have 3 companies that are working on designs for us, and probably sometime in May we will pick one of those companies, and then it will be full steam ahead. Remodel the high school, bring all the elementary students to the campus, so that'll take some new construction, but also repurposing some that's already there. And how do we set ourselves up to be North Adams Community School for the next 40 years and be conscious of our costs and be as efficient as we can and still offer all these great opportunities we have for kids and for the community. And with that, I'm going to stop and turn it over to my cohort from just a few miles south. And as she comes up here, I would say, what other people don't realize is how much we work together, and not just the 2 of us, but Scott Littleweiler and South Adams. Matter of fact, we meet every month to say, what can we do together to try to help meet the needs? So I'm glad she's part of this today. So Lori, they're all yours.